Chill Girl Chrissy here, Alderman in Ward 6. Grateful to be on the show today with Jana from New Hampshire Federation for Women.
Yes.
We are here to fuel your mind, body, and soul with goodness, share, open up, be real, be raw, overcome, let go, and grow together to simply live a happy life. And Jana, I have met you several times at these amazing events like the Lilac Luncheon, and you are a board certified behavioral analyst.
I am.
So can you tell me a little bit about who you are and all the great things that you are doing?
Sure. So I'm a BCBA, so I work with children with disabilities as a profession, so I love doing that. I really believe that all children deserve to have evidence-based services that allow them to be in their most least restrictive environment to thrive, not only survive, but thrive in their environment. So that's what I do as my profession.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I love working with my kiddos. I currently work in a school setting, so I'm working with elementary students in New Hampshire, and I love it. It's my passion. But outside of that, I'm really excited about growing leadership opportunities for women in New Hampshire, and specifically young girls. I think that's something that New Hampshire really needs to focus on.
Yeah.
So that's why I joined the Federation. I really wanted to take my expertise in literacy and education and bring that to the Federation, and that's what we're here to talk about, I think, today.
Yeah, totally. So let's, I've had Christine Peters, who is the president of New Hampshire Federation for Women, and extraordinary woman in education as well.
Yes.
So can you share a little bit about the Federation? And I was like, how do you get involved? I mean, I was invited to the Lilac Luncheon. I was blown away by all the extraordinary women speaking up. I've never been a public speaker, but seeing so many people like get involved in being courageous and bold in our values and coming together and having fun. It's just so awesome. But it's like, what do you do?
Well, we have clubs all around the state, so wherever you live, there's a club for you. And I think one of the biggest things is people don't know how to get involved, or they don't know how to feel accepted when you're a Republican woman. I think that's one of the biggest things. Whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, or you're older, you want to feel accepted, and you know there are other Republicans that are thinking logically like you, but you're like, where are my people?
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Federation is for. It's for strong women that are looking to have a voice and to help other women get elected. And that's really what the Federation does. We provide that opportunity, we provide voice, and we help other women get elected. That's one of our biggest things that we do. But we also have really fun events where we get to just hang out with other like-minded women. It's really empowering. And then one of the other great things that we're working on is getting young people involved, whether that's high school students or it's our young Republicans. We're really focusing on getting young women in their 20s and 30s to want to come to events and want to join the Federation, because we know that's the next generation of Republican women and the next generation of our future leaders. So we're trying to get more young women involved in our clubs. So if you go to our website, you can see all of our clubs, and you simply sign up, and then you start getting our emails about different events, whether that's axe throwing has been an event that we've had.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
We go on walks together to raise money for charity. We do all different types of events.
Yeah. So how did you specifically get involved? Because this is a unique story that you just shared with me.
Yeah.
And also, one thing, can we circle back to what is it to be a Republican? Do you know what I mean? Because so many people, we're so divided in our nation. And for me, it's all about my values. And I'm like, you know, someone like, oh my God, you're a Republican, like that's negative, or like, oh, you have to be a Republican. Do you know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's about common sense. There's just, you know, being fiscal responsible, you know, having certain values.
I think now more than ever, being in my 20s, and I think more people are awakening, especially in my age group, it's like, we're at that point where we're ready to settle down, we're ready to buy a house, we're looking to do all these adulting things, right? Like we're trying to be able to afford all of these things, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And we can't do it. And after the Biden administration, we started thinking, oh my, something's got to give, something's got to change. I've been a Republican since 18 when I was able to vote, but a lot of my friends were not. And I think it took them realizing, we can't afford to live as adults when they became taxpayers, when they started seeing that money coming out of their checks. That common sense piece started making sense. I love politicians, and specifically young ones that use social media or when they're speaking, they bring in those real everyday examples when there was a formula shortage. That's that perfect example that's going to hit home and make people realize, like, the Republican Party makes sense. And that's what I think we need for young people to want to join the Republican Party. And that's what I've seen with my friends who are now kind of jumping ship and coming onto our side. For me to join, I was actually honored to be able to sing the national anthem for President Trump. And that's what brought me into this world. And as soon as I saw the amazing work that the women were doing in the Federation, I was like, I have to be a part of this. And I was so excited to be welcomed with such open arms. Everyone is so kind. It's a bunch of empowered women. And I think that's the biggest piece. It's not catty. It doesn't feel like high school. It's empowered women that want to make a difference within the state. And that's something that I think we all want to be a part of.
I know. The good energy, letting you have your strong voice.
Yes.
You know.
You can have your own opinions.
Yes. And not be vilified. Right. You know, Riley Gaines, I mean, that was an amazing event.
We've had amazing speakers come to the state.
Yeah. And so Brendan, can you show the, oh my gosh, you had the Lilac Luncheon.
We did.
The Lilac Luncheon with Bianca. And she's all about telling the truth and being vocal.
What a speaker.
Incredible speaker.
So many amazing women.
And it was an amazing event, bringing all of us together. And you really feel comfortable, even when you don't know that many people.
Yes.
Because just everyone's nice and friendly and just getting involved. So your big thing is leadership. And can you show that, Brendan? It is the program, actually. Leadership. It's the flyer. It says leadership. Let's see. I think. Well,
yes,
there we
that's
go.
It.
Leadership, girls who lead.
Yes.
You created this?
I did. We were actually at a meeting, the Federation meeting, and I was sitting there listening to one of the other great events that the Federation had held at the State House, and I was just listening, and I was like, I raised my hand like I was still in high school. I'm like, we need to do this for high school girls. High school girls need an opportunity to feel heard. We need to give them a voice. And that's really what inspired this program. And we really just ran with it. It was an idea maybe 6 weeks ago, and we just decided we're doing it. So we pulled it together, and we're running with it, and it's going to be in August 11th through the 13th. It's specifically for New Hampshire high school girls, and it really focuses on leadership. We're going to be talking about social media and branding, because we know that that's a society that we're living in. How important is it that you are able to step in a room and have clear branding, to know how to utilize social media appropriately? Let's teach teenagers how to use their social media appropriately, whether they want to go into politics or just getting ready for college. How do you use that if you know that you want to be in business later on? You want to be professional. We know that digital footprint is not going anywhere. Let's empower our girls. So we are going to have guest speakers coming in, and then at the end of it, our hope is that they're able to create a mock bill for them to present in front of some great people, including some state legislators.
That's amazing. That is unbelievable, because we don't have the tools necessarily, because we're all like looking, all right, how do you do this? How do you do that? And so you have it under one roof. And the beautiful thing is you were inspired from other leaders that created this for women, and then you're creating it for the teenagers. That's just unbelievable. And the fact that you are a just do it woman.
Once I have something, I'm like, let's go for it. And I think that the teenagers will be like that too. So one of the things that we want is to teach them advocacy and to figure out what their why is. And I think every woman has that. They have that moment that clicks for them, that they're like, this is why I want to be involved. And it's going to be different for each girl. Maybe they're really passionate about education, or maybe something that's happened to them health-wise, something that really motivates them. And we hope that that's what they decide to create their mock bill about. But typically, it's that moment, right? That really like lights that fire underneath you.
Totally.
And they're going to be hooked. And I know they're going to be hooked. And then all of a sudden, we're going to have that fire, and they're going to keep coming back. And if they're freshmen, we're going to have them for the next 4 years. And then, who knows? they might be our next president.
Yes,
We might
yeah.
have that president from New Hampshire.
Which would be amazing. And to give them the tools and inspire them to find their voice and find their purpose and be bold, that is like priceless. And the energy you give off, and Christine and everyone, oh my gosh, it's just, it makes you want to speak up and stand up for what you believe in, because we can't sit on the sidelines anymore. We can't. It affects us. It affects our families. It affects our pocketbooks. It affects our homes. It affects everything, and that's why it's so important to get involved. And I love how it's always positive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think of Caroline. I mean, she's
rock star.
But that's what we could have more
Yes.
of, and we need more of it. That
Caroline, love it. I totally supported her when she ran for Congress.
Love it.
Oh my God, I was like, that girl is on fire. She is bold. I was just so impressed.
I want more of that.
Yes, no, we need more of that. And you are clearly, you're on fire. Everyone is on fire. The Lilac Luncheon, boldness. And men are allowed to join the Federation as well.
Are.
Yeah. So our leader, Ken Tassi, MRC chair, he was at our table. So men and women are allowed to be a part of the the Federation for Women, supporting strong women and getting involved and how to be, leaders in our community.
Yeah.
And stand up for our values, common sense values.
Yes.
And so caring. And I think it's really interesting. You come from education, behavioral analysis, and so many people are like, well, then you must be a Democrat.
I hear that all the time.
So to me, it's like, no, you can have a heart and be compassionate, and you're about results-driven programs.
Show me the data.
Show me the data. That's what I'm like, show me the truth.
Right.
And just, so it's just so important to, facts matter, the truth matters, and we can't be stuck in this smog of confusion anymore. We've just got to open up the curtains and embrace our tools. And how do people get involved in the leadership group?
So we are still looking for teens.
Okay.
So if you have a daughter, a granddaughter, if you know somebody that fits the mold, and I think it's really important to talk about what a great resume builder this is.
Unbelievable.
14 girls.
I wish I
could have done it in high school. I mean, this is such a great opportunity to talk about in interviews and to say that you've been able to do that. And the people that you're going to meet, the networking opportunities, we're going to be having guest speakers. We're looking for empowered women that want to meet other empowered women. We want these girls to become lifelong friends too, right? Think about that. You're building relationships with other girls across the state that are like-minded, that are empowered, that are looking to change the world around them. So I think that in itself is really empowering. So if you know someone or you're watching this yourself and you're saying, I'm in high school, I think I could do that, and you can. No matter what, even if you're nervous, you can do this, and we'll teach you how. That's the other piece of this.
Which is so awesome.
We're going to teach you.
Even if you're shy.
We're going to have the green screen behind you, and you're going to learn how to do a PSA. We're going to learn how to do social media posts. We're doing this at the Institute of New Hampshire Politics. So
oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be so much fun. We're partnering with them. They're amazing. They've really opened up to us to be able to do that. They're for the 3 days. So we're so excited. We have so many great people that are involved in this. So if you're interested in signing up, you can go on to our Instagram if you're on Instagram, and you can click the link in our bio to immediately sign up. It's just a quick little sign up, and then more information will come to you via email. If you want to sponsor, we are taking sponsors. You can do that as well as going on to our Facebook page, so social media.
I love it. And so just through social media.
Yeah.
And what's the handle?
Let me look on mine.
I know.
I think it's NHRFW, New Hampshire NHRFW, I believe.
Yeah. I know, because I did find you, and I'm following, but I'm like,
I should have looked it up.
We'll have to put it on the notes underneath our video,
Yes.
which will be so great. But it's so impactful, and everyone is so nice. And I happen to be a shy person, and
You're shy?
I'm shy. I am shy.
Really?
Yes, I'm shy, and so for me, but when you find your why and your purpose, and that, what did you say exactly? Your that point in your life where you're like, I have to be vocal. That moment. And for me, it was masking the children, and the lack of truth that came around COVID. I had to get involved. For me, MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. We've been fooled by so many things, and it doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat. We're just human beings, and we deserve to have the truth. So the truth will set us free, and me standing up for the truth, I had to find my voice and get out of my comfort zone. I work with my best friend, Caitlin Plumpton, love her, my bestie, and we've been together for 20 years, and whenever like a TV, there was an interview, I'm like, you go.
Really?
So she would always be speaking because I would be sweating. It was just it was like so hard.
And look at you now.
I know. So now I have my own show, and it's because I care, and I'm like, we have to speak up, and I'm trying to help other people get out of their comfort zone, because it is hard to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But we've got to connect, and we've got to come together and on our values and the issues, so that we aren't divided. Yeah. Because when we really have the truth, we are more together than anything.
I agree.
But because of the smoke and mirrors, that's how they divide us. And that's where I love, like, you guys are just real deal, awesome women, beautiful, bold, sharing the truth, empowering each other. And they're like the real deal. I see it. I'm a part of it on the sidelines. Just so impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all you do, and inspiring,
We're so excited. Yeah. I think this is going to be something that's going to change lives.
It totally will. It totally will. So it's August
11th through the 13th.
11th through
It's a 3-day event, and it's free. This is going to be free.
Free!
That's why we are looking for those sponsors, because it's a free event for New Hampshire high schoolers.
Oh my gosh.
What better way to kick this off than make this opportunity free for all of the girls in New Hampshire that want to access it?
That is amazing. Okay, and we will have the link so people can sign up, they can sponsor, and inspire young leaders. Oh my gosh, amazing, amazing. So anything else you want to share about everything that you're doing? Do you have the summers off?
I'm working.
So you work full time?
We're in an extended school year right now, so I'm working with my kiddos. I'll actually head back right after this.
Oh, well, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and sharing.
No, it's so important.
It is, and you're an amazing singer.
Thank you.
Yes, extraordinary.
Oh, what an amazing opportunity to be able to say that I sang for President Trump.
Yes.
I mean, that's something that I'll get to brag about for the rest of my life.
Yes. So was that at the Lilac Lunch? Where was that?
I sang for him 3 different times for 3 different rallies before he was elected for a second time. So, yeah, it was so cool. And then I got to meet him, and I was announced as his national anthem singer before I met him. So that was another cool moment that I'll always have.
That is so amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so great. And those rallies were so impactful. So many kind people standing up for what we believe in.
Well, there were always people outside that couldn't even get in. And when the media would try to say, like, oh, there weren't that many people out, there were people that were still outside listening.
Wrapped around the building.
When you were leaving, and they were still listening and waiting. So I think and the other interesting thing, and that was something that I learned, that going rally after singing, was the other media, not our side, they would pick who they were going to interview based off of what answers they thought they were going to get from people, and they would ask specific questions. So like if they thought that they were going to get like an answer that they weren't going to like, they would literally stop the interview and then move to the next person.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Really good.
They're good, and that's part of why I started this show, is just because we need the whole truth. And I've had Republicans, I've had Democrats. I mean, it's just really about connecting and being honest and real.
Yeah, and that was why having Bianca for our Lilac Luncheon was just
Oh,
phenomenal.
yeah.
And she took the time to meet with our younger Republicans, and she answered questions about her life, how she got involved, and then she was signing autographs on her book. She really took the time to meet. So like that's another great opportunity that comes with being part of the Federation is these moments for our young Republicans. It's the Rising Stars program that they're really trying to focus on getting young people involved. So that's another great opportunity that comes with being part of the Federation.
Which it's quite simple. You can just go online, you find your city,
Yep, so if
your
you're
community.
There's Manchester, there's so many different clubs, and you join the club, and then it's a simple fee, and then you're a part of it, and then you'll get emails about all the different events that we're doing.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you know, one of the, I mean, every single event that I've been to has been extraordinary. I love it. I'm inspired. Riley Gaines.
Oh my goodness.
That, I mean, she just knocks it out of the park over and over and over again. My good friend and Alderman at Large, Joe Kelly Lavasser, got to speak there. I was just, you know, when he was running for Congress, and, you know, girls matter, and our voices matter. And I used to be a swimmer when I was a kid. I'll always be a swimmer, but, you know, when you swim competitively, you know, I felt for her. I'm like, how is that fair? You know, so I just think it's just the leaders that you bring and what they have to share, and them being bold is so inspiring and encouraging, and it's just priceless to inspire the young woman and the older woman, because I didn't find my voice until a couple of years ago.
All ages. We have all ages in the Federation.
Yeah, so that's the great thing. I mean, I'm 55 years old. I started this show on the actual radio show, which was WFEA. I did a 1-hour show once a week starting in 2022, January 2022. I've had some great guests on here, just, you know, from nurse practitioners to, do you know the show Yellowstone?
Yes.
So
who doesn't?
I know, right? Yellowstone. So Forey J. Smith, the real deal cowboy, he was on my show twice. Because I'm like, we need to hear people's points of views.
All different types of point of view.
All different, you know, the different impacts our government and the world have on different parts of our communities, from cowboys to what's happening in the cities. But yeah, but I'm like, you have that moment where like, all right, I have to speak up. You know, we shouldn't have masked our children. You know,
I'll never forget mine either. And I think back to it. For me, it was child abuse and neglect, and thinking, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, then you're not a Republican. Then it's like, no, Republicans want to protect children too. Republicans care about children too. We just want to make sure that it's done with fidelity, and we want to make sure it's done the correct way. So I think everyone has that moment, and I'm so sick of hearing that certain views or certain topics are one side or the other. It's just not the case. So I think that's something also that we can bring to light.
Yes, I totally.
Child safety is something that we all care about.
Oh, I'm like safety crazy lady. My niece and nephew, when I used to have them over when they were little, I'm like, what's my one rule? And the one rule was they would repeat it over and over. No hospital time on Auntie Chrissy time. Because I'm like, listen, we can have so much fun, but like safety first, you know. So it's just, we can't be dividing each other up by our labels.
Right.
We've got to come together on fact-based, data-driven programs, issues, things that work. You know, be smarter with our money and how we, you know, we can't just keep throwing money at a problem and expecting it to just work its way out if we don't change how we work on the problem.
And I can't wait to hear these teenagers' ideas.
Yes.
I'm like so excited to see what they come up with. What are their topics? What do teenagers care about? That's what I want to know.
That's
I'm like,
huge.
What are we going to learn from them? And I bet we will. I bet we're going to take these ideas and be like, whoa, this is what a 17-year-old cares about.
Yeah. And then their point of view, and we learn from them. That's the beauty.
And I think we're going to have times where we're going to give them topics and then ask them to create like social media and reels based off of the topics as part of the workshop exercises that we're doing, which I think is going to be really fun.
That's so amazing.
But I think we're going to end up showing this to potential like legislators and people that want to run for office, and they're going to be like, oh, that's how you do it. Because we
Yeah.
have a lot
And
to
that's how you
learn
share.
from the masters of
Yes.
social media, right? Like, we
Oh my
need
God,
that.
totally.
So I think there's going to be so many great things that come of this program.
Oh my gosh. All right, so what age group?
We are looking for high school, so freshman
school.
to senior year.
Okay. All right. Are you looking for volunteers?
We are looking for, we're hoping for legislators that want to come in and help with the bills.
Okay.
And then we also are looking for empowered women, so potential business owners
Yeah.
that want to come in and speak to the girls about what it
That's
means to be
amazing.
an empowered woman.
That's so awesome. Oh my gosh. So if you're any one of those,
You.
definitely, and you know what? I would totally be there. I've got to look into sponsoring for 100% sure. I happen to be away that week, which is such a drag because I would love to be there 100%.
I mean, you are the
you're
ultimate
so
empowered
sweet.
woman.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. I'm always like, I'm me, just, I'm empowered by all the women and great people around me.
And that's the best way to be.
It is. It's so amazing. I work with great, highly opinionated, awesome, compassionate women over at Chill Spa, and it's so awesome. We're always lifting each other up, but we hold each other accountable too. It was like, hey, we got to do this, and this is why we have to do that, and you've got this, so that's important.
Yeah.
Being a good friend is holding your friends accountable,
100%.
which is, it's really awesome. Being a real friend.
Yeah.
Being a real friend matters. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for having
on.
me.
This has been so awesome, so inspiring. Do you want to share anything else?
I just hope that you are excited about joining us
Yes.
August 11th through the 13th. Make sure that you sign up, and if you are interested in sponsoring, please reach out.
Yes. All right. And until next time, stay chill. Find your voice.
Find your
Just-
why.
Find your why. Yes.
Yeah.
When you find your why, you find your purpose, and you find your voice, and you can change the world.
Yeah.
And one person can change the world.
Absolutely.
And we do it together. And so God bless you. God bless America. And thank you so much, Jana, for coming on. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.